Hi, Taehyung lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel for ARMY all around the world. ARMY. Don't skip. BTS has arrived in Toronto, but there are facts, rumors, and major surprises behind their journey after Arlington. Is Toronto really ready to welcome BTS after 8 years? Today, we're going to talk about BTS arrival, travel facts, Rogers Stadium preparations, the BTS Effect, and ARMY excitement leading up to August 22nd and 23rd. Watch until the end, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and make this video go viral so the world can always see the kindness of Kim Taehyung and BTS. Now, let's get started. The news is spreading. BTS has arrived in Toronto. However, what has surprised so many people is not only their arrival. After completing a major series of concerts at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, BTS's journey to Canada immediately sparked a wave of excitement, speculation, and massive attention from ARMY. Now, one question is beginning to echo everywhere. Is Toronto really ready to welcome BTS back after 8 years? Toronto is preparing to enter one of the most highly anticipated moments for ARMY. Ahead of BTS's concerts at Rogers Stadium on August 22nd and 23rd, 2026, fans' attention has turned toward reports about the BTS members' arrival in Canada following their previous concerts in Arlington, Texas. News of their journey quickly attracted attention on social media, while ARMY continued to monitor every latest development ahead of the two major concerts. But amid the flood of information circulating online, one thing has become the center of attention. BTS is now getting closer to the Canadian stage, and Toronto is entering the final stage of preparations before thousands of ARMY gather. The journey from Texas to Canada is part of the next major movement in BTS's world tour schedule. According to reports circulating online, the BTS group was said to have departed from the Dallas area on August 19th along with their team and supporting staff. After several hours of air travel, the group was reportedly said to have arrived in Toronto to prepare for the two highly anticipated concert nights that Canadian fans have been waiting for. However, details regarding the type of aircraft, the number of staff members, the exact flight time, and the members' private movements should still be distinguished between official information and reports that are circulating on social media or fan communities. One point that has attracted attention is information regarding the airline. Southwest Airlines is a US-based airline focused on domestic and regional routes across North America. Meanwhile, the official list of airlines at Toronto Pearson is one source that can be used to verify flight services to the airport. Therefore, various reports about BTS's journey should not immediately be considered facts until they receive confirmation from official sources. However, that is exactly what makes ARMY even more curious. How did BTS arrive? When did they actually enter Toronto? And was there a moment of their arrival that the public was able to witness? If reports of a private arrival are accurate, that would not be surprising for a group as globally prominent as BTS. The movements of international artists with a massive global fan base usually involve strict security, transportation arrangements, and coordination. After landing, the members were reportedly said to have continued to their place of rest to prepare for their next performance. For Canadian ARMY, this moment means far more than simply traveling from one city to another. It marks BTS's return to Canada after 8 years. The last time BTS held a concert in Canada was in 2018. Now, after all these years, the world of BTS has gone through so many changes. The members have experienced individual journeys, solo activities, a period of hiatus, and many important chapters in their lives and careers. That is why BTS's return to Canada is not simply another concert. For many ARMY, it is a reunion after an incredibly long wait, and Toronto appears to be starting to feel that atmosphere. Rogers Stadium continues to prepare for the concerts, with various facilities being arranged to assist visitors throughout the concert weekend. Transportation systems, entry access, sheltered areas, food and beverage services, merchandise, and other supporting facilities are all part of the experience being prepared for fans. The venue is also providing shuttle services and several entry points to help manage the flow of arriving visitors. One of the main concerns is the comfort of spectators who may spend several hours in the concert area. Since Rogers Stadium is an outdoor venue, visitors are also reminded to prepare for changing weather conditions, including both heat and rain. But for ARMY, the biggest challenge may not simply be the weather. The real challenge is managing the sea of fans who have been waiting for this moment for 8 years. Information about strong ticket demand has only increased the tension leading up to the concerts. Reports circulating online say that BTS's 2 nights in Toronto have received an extraordinary response. However, figures regarding the total number of tickets sold, final capacity, or the possibility of additional seats being opened should still wait for direct confirmation from the promoter, venue, or official organizers before being treated as final data. Even so, one thing is difficult to deny. Demand for BTS in Canada is enormous. This can be seen through the increasing activity among fans ahead of the concerts. The presence of a BTS pop-up store in downtown Toronto has also added to ARMY's excitement. Community activities, fan gatherings, merchandise, and various preparations leading up to the concerts are gradually transforming the city's atmosphere into something increasingly festive. For some people, this may be just a concert, but for ARMY, 2 nights in Toronto carry a much deeper emotional meaning. Some fans may have last seen BTS perform in Canada when the Love Yourself era was still underway. There is also a new generation of ARMY who have never had the chance to see BTS live in that country. 8 years is a long time. Many things have changed. BTS has changed. The fans have changed too. But one thing remains the same. When BTS and ARMY finally meet again, that emotion never truly disappears. Rogers Stadium is also preparing a number of facilities to meet the needs of a large number of visitors. The merchandise area is expected to be one of the busiest points, while several additional booths are also available around the event area. Sheltered areas have been added to help visitors rest, while various food, beverage, and entertainment facilities are also part of the venue experience. Fans are also reminded to stay hydrated, especially because the concert is taking place at an outdoor venue. Water stations are available at various points, while food options include local vendors, food trucks, and other choices provided around the location. Rules regarding bags, entry access, light sticks, and banner sizes are also important parts of the preparations. Visitors are encouraged to check the official guidelines before arriving so that the entry and security screening process can run more smoothly. And this is where one question may spark a huge debate among ARMY. Is Toronto really ready to face the BTS effect after 8 years? Because when BTS arrives, it is not only the stadium that moves. Hotels, transportation, restaurants, stores, downtown areas, and social media all feel the wave. Fans are coming not only from Toronto but also from various cities across Canada and even from other countries. For many international ARMY, a BTS concert is a reason to travel long distances, meet the community, and become part of a global event. The city's preparations are also receiving major attention. Traffic management and security arrangements around the event area are important parts of a large-scale concert. However, several claims circulating online, including reports about a street being renamed BTS Street, still need direct verification from the City of Toronto or official authorities before they can be presented as confirmed facts. This is what makes the moment even more interesting. On one hand, ARMY's excitement continues to grow with every passing hour. On the other hand, information about BTS's arrival and the city's preparations continues to become a major topic of discussion. But behind all the rumors and speculation, there is one emotional fact that cannot be denied. Toronto is getting ready to welcome BTS. A video showing preparations at Rogers Stadium once again highlights the venue as it continues to finalize various aspects ahead of the concerts. From visitor access to service areas, everything is moving toward one goal: preparing an experience for thousands of fans who will come to see BTS perform in Canada once again. In downtown Toronto, the atmosphere is also continuing to build. The BTS pop-up store has given ARMY another reason to gather even before the concerts begin. Merchandise, community activities, and fan gatherings are gradually turning the days leading up to the concerts into one massive celebration. The color purple is beginning to once again become a symbol of a wait that has lasted for years. And perhaps this is the most emotional part. 8 years ago, BTS left Canada with memories from their concerts. Now they are returning as one of the biggest names in the global music industry, with a much longer journey behind them and millions of additional fans around the world. But for ARMY who have been waiting since that time, 8 years may have felt like one question that remained unanswered. When will BTS come back? Now, the answer is getting closer. August 22nd and 23rd, 2026. Toronto, Rogers Stadium. 2 nights that will become the answer to Canadian fans' long wait. ARMY, what do you think? Will BTS's Toronto concerts become one of the biggest moments of their world tour this year? After waiting 8 years, what song do you most want to hear when BTS finally stands in front of Canadian ARMY again? Will you be part of the sea of ARMY in Toronto? Or will you be following every moment from another country? Write your answers in the comments section, because this big story has only just entered its next chapter. BTS is getting closer to Toronto, Rogers Stadium continues to prepare, and everyone's attention is now focused on the 2 nights that fans have been waiting 8 years for. The countdown has begun. Toronto is ready, ARMY is ready, and after 8 years, Canada is finally waiting for BTS again. Thank you, ARMY, for watching until the end. What do you think about BTS returning to Toronto after 8 years? Write your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoy this content. If you don't like it, feel free to skip it because Taehyung lovers never forces anyone. Don't forget to make it go viral so the world can always see the kindness of Kim Taehyung and BTS. Keep following the latest updates about Kim Taehyung and BTS only on Taehyung Lovers. Thank you, stay safe, and see you next time.